the ability to withstand it and the will to create it. At EFC 137, 4 warriors entered the furnace. Bantamweight king Faiz Jacobs moves up in weight, hunting his second title.
Faiz Jacobs does it for Cape Town!
In his path, the undefeated Shadrach Yemba hunts his first.
I need a title. That's all I know.
Former champion Luke Michael returns to erase his title loss against the teammate of the man who took it from him.
Massive right hand!
JT Buddha, a lot of talent, who must win to prove the promise he has always shown. 4 warriors, 2 fights, 1 word: pressure. EFC 137, September 10.
Afro Sport, your freedom of sport.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Betting company.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
They told me it was too hard. They told me I'd never make it. They said I should let the boys play. They said everyone would laugh at me. So when they say it's not real football, I don't listen. And I shoot.
The Lady Elephants of the Côte d'Ivoire, 2-1 in the earlier clash. So who will be joining Ghana in the next round? Well, 90 minutes of football, extra time and penalties. Everything will be thrown into this ring as we find out what will happen out here. 11 Wafcon titles between them. And Nigeria, who've never missed out on a FIFA Women's World Cup since the inaugural edition in 1991. South Africa are on a run. They're seeking their 3rd straight qualification. That puts everything into perspective here as we gear up for this almighty battle between, as I said, 2 great footballing nations who will strive for qualification and go into this seriously as they seek that place in Brazil next year. Brazil, of course, a wonderful footballing nation. With Mata, of course, a name that comes to mind every time we think about what they've managed to achieve. But she's never won a FIFA World Cup, in fact. Back to this, South Africa, Nigeria. Rivalry that's existed for many, many years. Time for the national anthems. for the Storm here in Casablanca. What a bounce we've got coming up here. And I think that the frustration and the disappointment of not making it to the semi-finals and taking one of those 4 spots available directly for Brazil next year has teed them up in a big way. Let's take a look at the South Africa team. Thierry Ellis, the coach, only made 1 change, same back 4, same goalkeeper. Lamine Gamini, Mbante, Mbane and Magama, and then Lalo, Jane and Mortel. But up front, she's gone for Ronel Donnelly with Noxolo. Suzanne, who's been put on the bench. Nagaya and Gatlana on the right-hand side, looking very dangerous. And of course, being one of the key players against Morocco. And that 2-1 loss, frustration there. But Zoe Ellis. Let's take a look at the match officials. Aline Gimbangetong of Cameroon, Soukaina Hamdi of Morocco, Mariam Shedad of Mauritania, Shahenda Imagrabi of Egypt, the 4th official. Some fine temperature here for a game of high-level football as we wait for the 2 captains to come up. And we can see Rashida Jibade along with Refiloe Jane. A nice little moment between them here. Respect each other in a very big way, but this is a battle that will be fiercely fought out. There is no doubt about it. The FIFA Women's World Cup draw taking place early December in Brazil. The Nigeria team, Adozi, Oladipo, Demihin, Ohele, and Michelle Alozi, the same back 4. We've got changes because we've got Jibade, Nabiodon, and Echegini in the midfield. But we have Uchenna Kanu of Cruz Azul who's come in, along with Francisca Ordega gets her first match for Nigeria, with Asisat Oshuala starting today. She came on late in the game in that loss, that 1-0 defeat against Cameroon. Uchebe, Babajide and Monday, the players who will start on the bench. Nigeria up for this. South Africa ready to go. It is time for a clash that will define whether or not they will start their preparations for the big one next year in Brazil. A clash of titans begins here in this inter-confederation playoff between Bayana and the Super Falcons of Nigeria. South Africa in possession here with Kaylin Schwartz, JVW girls player from Gauteng. Moving from the back. There's Magama out to the right-hand side, but deciding to just pass the ball around, getting a feel for it before we start to see some movement. So that's what they'll want to try and do, pushing the ball through to Jane. She is really a high-quality orchestrator. There's the delivery coming in. It's the cross coming in from the left-hand side, taken smoothly there by Nadozi. Brighton and Hove Albion. Desiree Ellis taking South Africa to their first title in 2022. And of course these teams met in last year's edition, the 2024 edition, with of course the Super Falcons matches that they played against each other. And South Africa looking to try and win this one, which is a very important one, of course. They qualified for the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France. That's a good through ball, that is. And collected, couldn't quite twist and turn and get a little bit of space to move forward there, but the idea was good from Modlaho, Glasgow City player. Centurion with South Africa at the start of this Wafcon competition. They've given the ball away once again. It's been picked up there just in the centre and passed back out to Fikile Magama. I think a little insight to Gatlana, just running into a little bit of trouble. Her name, Ajibade. And there's the captain just getting in the way. The ball will just go out, and flag finally goes up. It'll be Nigeria and Michelle Alozi who will collect possession. There's Justin Madugu, the man in charge of this Nigerian team. Lots of experience, of course, having worked as an assistant coach going through numerous Women's Africa Cup of Nations over the years. A little bit of pressure at the back for the Nigerian defence. They've got Oluwatosin Demahin along with Osinachi Ohele. That's a through ball. It's a little bit overcooked there, going all the way back to Ishad. The notion we like. Constantly on the attack, trying to move through. There's a Mordau. Gets the ball out wide. There's Magama with the control. Tries to send it through the middle. It does finally find its way here to Donnelly. Donnelly with the first touch. She's played 48 minutes and come on as a sub on a few occasions now for South Africa. Getting her first start. Ronell Donnelly. Mamelodi Sundowns player who went through the University of Western Cape. Free kick for South Africa. There we go, a little bit of a shove between Ajibade and Jane. Interesting to listen to the two coaches and what they were talking about and how they were preparing for this. They did underline the importance of this game. That's a good through ball there. Doesn't manage to get past the centre-back, Demahin. It has been picked up. No, free kick. It's going to be for South Africa and in a good position as well. You just see that Gama down on the ground and a little bit of physicality there. That will set it up for a dangerous free kick. And watch out for the aerial experts to try and swoop in and stay out of the flight path of the Super Falcons, who are looking to defend and clear. A little bit of air traffic control on the way. And first of all, the decision on who's going to take this. You can see that Modlalo standing on it. And of course, Karabo Dlamini. A lot of talking, a lot of organisation. Let's see how the Nigerian defence deal with this. 4 players in the wall. As it is, it's a short pass. There's the shot that comes in. Well, they come up really quickly. And of course, it's going to be dangerous there with Ajibade. With that. That's great work, that really is. And a little spin there, and it's been picked up with a dangerous manoeuvre. Goes out to the left-hand side. The delivery to the penalty box. And diving on it is Kaylin Schwartz, who just makes sure that that is going nowhere near any of the dangerous players that they have in this Nigerian squad. But just look at that, fraction offside, just literally centimetres in front of the last defender. And an opportunity there that doesn't happen, but Francisca Ordega showing us what she's capable of doing. This is it's great to see what she brings to the pitch today, of course. first match, 0 minutes played. South Africa on the attack. Nice through ball. Trying to find a little bit of space there. Donnelly does well to turn. There's a shot coming in. It's a rifled effort that just goes high from Motlalo. And why not? You've got to test the goalkeeper. I think it had a little rendezvous with the crane cam behind the goal, but it just tells you how dangerous they are. Zaire Ellis will be happy with what she's seen so far. It's about seeing the space, getting yourself a little bit of space, which you need to take advantage of. Good work down the right-hand side. The ball's been smacked directly at Alozi, and it's going to go off. But again, Motau doing some great work there. They're based in Mexico. That's a lovely, lovely touch there from Mbane. Mbane of Mamelodi Sundowns. Of course, we talk about the benchmark in South Africa in terms of the team that has managed to turn heads in women's football. Well, the Sundowns are most definitely the top team. They're giving the ball away. Great chance for South Africa. Control, just laying it down. Alozi with the body check. And it's been picked up by Nigeria as they push forward. High ball over the top through the middle. Not high enough, not over to the right enough, and easily dealt with by Schwad at the back. Kaylin Schwad comfortably coming to collect. But also just the organisation at the back with the way that they're actually Ongeka Gamede, North Zealand, the Denmark team that have got a fair few African players on their books, which is fabulous to see. Great defensive work there from Oladipo out on the right-hand side. Nigeria just denying the chance for them to just find a little bit of space. Magaya working hard to try and sneak away and find a little bit of space. That touch just letting her down. Will go out for a goal kick. The hand does go up, and Motau finding herself very much. That was the body check. She literally ran into Alozi, Chicago Stars player. So I think she took it on the chin rather than claim that there was something else involved. Definitely wasn't. Accidental. Here we go for the goal kick. Well, Nigeria's head coach Justin Madugu talking about the importance of a mental response following the Cameroon loss. They had scoring opportunities that didn't manage to take advantage. Now they've got to try and turn things around. Couldn't convert their chances. They need to be more ruthless and better with execution. It's great work to get the ball out wide. Lovely touch from the inside from Gnadlana. And hoofed away, finally. Strong defensive work coming from Abiodun. Magama back to Mbane. That's a great touch. That's beautifully done. And a chance for her to get down there. But look at Alozi. She's done really well to get back and defend that. And it takes a great effort just to understand that you've got to backtrack and cover that ground. She did exceptionally well. It's going to be a throw in here for Mgama. Oshuala gets the ball out to the right-hand side. Now danger. Ortega on that right-hand side. She gets the ball back over. It's been dealt with. Maybe not the right decision. A shot coming in. It takes the deflection. Just goes wide of the posts. And you can see that every time that Ajibade gets hold of the ball. It's dangerous, but Oshuala, look at that lovely ball. Forget about the offside. She's in her own half, racing up on that right-hand side. She was had to make sure that she was getting back into an onside position, but just look at that cluster of players around her. But Rashida Ajidabe constantly looking for the shot. Deflection it is, and a corner here for the Super Falcons. That was Saint-Germain player born in Lagos. Played in Spain for Atletico. A whole host of fabulous teams that she's played for. Let's focus on the corner. Here's the delivery coming in from post. It's well dealt with there by Swat, and there's their header there, just to the back. No one there to pick it up. The shot is rifled in. And that is a monster shot there coming from Abiodun. And Abiodun unable to drive through and get herself the shot on target. Under a little bit of pressure at the same time, with the defender coming straight at her. But just look at this again. She did so well. Mortau to just get in the way. It's going to be another corner because it did come off her foot. Just as well, she got in the way as well. Excellent punch there from the goalkeeper. The ball comes out. Abiodun once again tries to get a low shot in there. It's been kicked away quite quickly. Down to the left-hand side. Danger lurking. Lovely work there. Once again, the ball doesn't get across from Alozi. And the battle there. Good strength to protect the ball. And the flag does go up. Nigeria getting the bragging rights over Christina Gatlana of the FX Liga Fementil player Tigres in Mexico. Good running down the left-hand side. Constantly a look out to try and pick it up. The 6th-time African player of the year, Cisado Shuala. Of course, we saw her run out for Barcelona. Now playing her football in Saudi Arabia. We'll go out for a South African throw-in. And attempt to try and send it through towards Ronell Donnelly, who's eagerly waiting to get some form of supply as they try and get scoring opportunities. Watched on here by head coach Justin Madugu. Ball out of the left-hand side. There's the delivery into the penalty box. Donnelly unable to get there first. It's just really strong defensive work at the back there. And Demihin and Haley, and especially Oluwatosin. Demihin just making sure that Donnelly doesn't get a look in. But thumbs up for the decent cross that came over from the left-hand side. And Magea will be looking to try and do a little bit more of that, because that's what you've got to do, shake things up a little bit. Ball coming out to the right-hand side, the chance to try and get the little pass on the inside. Wonderful work, a little touch there, just to knock the ball out by Kanu. And it'll be a throw in there once again for Magama. She actually played in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. And of course, it was a magnificent, momentous occasion for Desiree Ellis' team, because South Africa got through to the round of 16, of course, having beaten Italy, which was quite extraordinary. A fantastic result it was. The ball going back to Swart, and it's come back out to Dlamini, who's trying to deal with it. Inside pass and a little bit of space here to try and do something for South Africa. Bayana comes out wide, chance to move forward. Mortau has a little bit of support. Gatlana, unable to, she takes her eye off the ball and it just rolls away over the line. It's one of those moments where you just want to make sure that, you know, everything is organised for the next move, but she took her eye off it, and then afterwards, a little bit complicated. Alozi. Oshuala battling for possession. She came on. Okoronkwo was the other sub, but late in the game against Cameroon, they nearly managed to pinch an equaliser to take that game into extra time. And, but it did not happen. Cameroon moving through to the semi-finals, of course. And then now through to the final, knocking out the hosts Morocco last night in Rabat with Michele, of course, the standout goalkeeper who's just saving penalties a go-go as a hobby. I mean, it was just unbelievable. 4 penalties, tagged out, and then 3 in the penalty shootout after his goalless. She has been, well, she deserves golden gloves with diamonds on them as well. Come on. Quite extraordinary. And plays back in Yaoundé for Benfica. So the local-based team, I'm sure that lots of teams are just looking at her and her performance here at this Wafcon and saying she definitely deserves, you know, to get picked up by other clubs so that she can just add to her CV some lucrative moves abroad or within it. But a standout goalkeeper, there's no doubt about it. With Adjia, of course, from Senegal. Both former strikers, funnily enough. And both Oshuala coming in, and that's the other challenge. Firm challenge. She's coming back. She's got a bite about Sisad Oshuala. A little bit of contact there, which offers South Africa a free kick taken swiftly there by Jane. Of course, that emblematic, iconic captain for South Africa. That's a slightly too swift there for Magama to go and collect. It runs out for a goal kick for Nigeria. Well, we're 20 minutes in. And 2 well-organised teams here who are still eyeing up, trying to look for little weaknesses, little gaps in defence, quick moves that just catch out their opponents. And that's, yeah, no one was going for that. It's always going to go all the way back to Chiamaka Nadozi, the goalkeeper from Imo State, back in Nigeria, now playing in the south of England for Brighton and Hove Albion. Here is Demehin. Justin Maduga was just saying, oh, I'd prefer to be in the semi-finals, but the loss will drive us to win. Massive game. We know what we need to do. And we need to execute our plans. The ball comes out to the right-hand side. And a little bit of a move down here from the exciting Odega. She can't find her way past Dlamini, who does a sterling job at left back to clear the danger. Nigeria with the ball back in possession. Just using their centre-backs. Here is Demehin. And there's Alozi firing the ball high up towards the edge of the penalty box. There's a header. And it's a header that goes wide of the target. And not one single player in green unable to get anywhere near that. But 32 years of age, plays for Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. Former Bielsa Queens player. Francisco Odega. As I said, first match. And she's got a point to prove, and I totally get that as well. You know, you miss out on minutes, you don't get your chance to shine. You've got to go out and try and do something. So maybe a little bit too quick to react. Laho trying to pass the ball too quickly. Keep it calm and collected on the ball. Wait for a little bit of support. Look for your options. Good option down that left-hand side. It didn't manage to sneak past there. Second option. And a second chance before it's drilled out. And it will be a throw-in for South Africa. Bayana. Put in a good second half against Morocco in Rabat that saw them just miss out. Little acceleration down here. Little twist and turn as they try and find a little bit of space. Oladipo doing really, really well. Shukarato Oladipo. Back in Nigeria playing for FC Robo more than 175 times, but now playing in the Italian capital. In the eternal city of Rome. It's good work from Gamede, just coming back to help out. It's the midfield. Need to maybe use, try and find a little bit of space on the other side. South Africa, if they can pass the ball around, but they need to be careful because you've got the likes of Oshawala. You've also got Ajibade. They're all really quick and swift off the mark and constantly putting pressure on you. You haven't got time to make a mistake with your first touch. That's a little delightful little maneuver there, a little nutmeg from Christina Gadlana. Over to the left side. Lamini sends the high ball over the top. It just goes and runs out for a goal kick. That's what they've constantly got to do. Ronald Donnelly will seize those aerial opportunities if possible. Only trouble is that there's a little bit of competition there in the air with Demahin and Osinachi Ohale. Both tall players, very good in the air. Well, that's not the right pass. Picks up in the midfield. Look at the recovery there. That was top quality coming from Echigini. Kanu. Nice turn from Kanu. It comes back to Abiodun. Demahin, Oladipo on the right-hand side. Looking for options. Good pressing this from South Africa. And they've forced to just send the ball up. It's been picked up there by Abiodun, and there's the other ball going through, but it's well met, dealt with. Control was fantastic. Dlamini, Mamelodi Sundowns player. The 13th meeting between these two nations. Won the last 5 Wafcons between them, 14, 16, 18 and 24 for Nigeria, and of course 2022 for South Africa. That's great control and great protection of the ball there from Donnelly. Can't quite make that pass there to Motau. Otherwise, the ball pinched from underneath the nose. Kanu with the control. Back to Alozi. Keeping it calm and controlled. Good scanning there from Abiodun. And the high ball that doesn't manage to find Odega over on that far side. There's the free kick going against Nigeria. Taken quickly for South Africa, 25 minutes in. Just holding her right shoulder. There's a little bit of a contact. There you go, look at that. Crashing in. His friend Siska Odega. Shots 1 and 2. Nigeria with a pair of shots. Oh, there's poor control. Abiodun, but still it goes to a teammate. It's been picked up there, nicely done. And again, Chigini unable to control it and make the pass. It's been picked up by Bayana as they try and work their magic in the midfield. Motau, who really is the motor and the cog right in this South African machine, can't thread the ball through. Need to be a little bit more precise with their passing just to open up doors in the final third. Chigini, ball out wide to Kanu. Alo sees the overlap. Watch out for the and cuts inside. Kanu gets brought down and no foul has been given. Ball being kicks up and again control from Abiodun. Just make sure that Nigeria keep possession. Nigerian player down. Kanu down on the ground and there's a little touch. Ball's been kept in play. She's back on her feet. And it's just going to be South Africa in possession as they go once again. So they've given it away once again, and Shuala going down. This will give them a chance to try and do something from this position. Might be a little bit too far with the for a shot, but you can see that that's definitely a foul. And a yellow card that's going to captain Philue Jane. What are they planning on doing from this position here? Kanu will be trying to race into it. Oshuala will try and race into that. And Abiodun's there. Lofted into the penalty box. It's been taken so well. Smooth from Kaylin Schwartz. And the race down the right-hand side. Picked up by Atlanta, but dispossessed there by Abiodun. There's the lofted ball towards Oshuala. Dealt with at the back by Mbane. And Dlamini should collect this and not have any serious issues to get the ball up into enemy territory. Strong defensive work there, but they've lost possession here. It has been picked up by Atlanta once again. Showing a little bit too much. Great recovery there coming from the captain, Rashida Ajibade, just making sure that she was backtracking. Have to understand what is around you. That was the free kick that came over, but lofted over by Echigini, but it's too close to Schwartz and too far away from Kanu. Ball sent up into enemy territory. It's comfortably back at the feet of Ongeka Gamede of North Zealand. And they'll calmly construct from the back once again. Well, you can't give the ball away to Nigeria like that. Alozi gets the ball out to Oshuala. She's waiting for a little bit of support. There's a ball over to the right-hand side. It's gone a little bit too far. The idea was an interesting one, I must admit. Always got to watch out for Odega on that right-hand side. She will create all sorts of dangerous situations. She's got great pace. A little bit too far away from their teammates. There's a yellow card that's coming out. And it's going to the midfielder, Deborah Abiodun. She's getting caught up there, and one yellow card each. Those elastic bands are just so important. They really do work your muscles, of course, which is what you need to do. Keep those muscles warm as you're just gearing up for any time you need to come on. Seen injuries in the past where you don't get those muscles warmed up, and within moments players can potentially go off. That's the last thing that you want. Being picked up and kicked out to left-hand side. Here's Uchenna Kanu of Cruz Azul, unable to get hold of it. Rolls out for a throw-in. Taken quickly by Fikile Magama. "32 minutes in, no goals scored here."
Nice. Good come.
2-1 matches after today here in Morocco for the Wafcon, of course. Third place battle taking place. Third place, the bronze medal match, if you like. Donnelly goes up and tries to win possession. It comes back off there and it goes out for a throw-in, with Demahin doing the business. Algeria will be taking on Morocco in the bronze medal game, with the final on Sunday between Cameroon and Malawi. The indomitable Lionesses up against Malawi, the debutants. The fairy tale story of the Scorchers. From Malawi is just an extraordinary situation that we've experienced here in Morocco. They've been fabulous, they've been mesmerizingly good in so many different ways. And they are going to the FIFA Women's World Cup for the very first time in Brazil next year. That in itself is something extraordinary. It's fabulous for women's football. This has been picked up in the midfield. And Abiodun unable to get a shot in. It's been picked up here, and South Africa on the attack. Now let's see what the movement is going to be here. Kagatlana going to try and pick the ball up. Here she is. Tigres player. That's a good through ball there. Motau has been super busy in the midfield. Tries to get rid of her marker. That's great work from Oshuala. And winning the battle is collected here by Abiodun. Over to the right-hand side. And Nordega waits for a little bit of support. She doesn't have it. Oshuala's on the left-hand side. Ooh, there's a bit of a wonky crossfield pass there. And she tried to find Ajibade. But the idea was interesting. But she didn't connect with it very well, did she? The Moulay Rashid Stadium in Casablanca here. Through ball doesn't manage to find its way past Bongeke Gamede and Co at the back. The CAF prize money has been increased. Is Alozi, she showed too much of that. Motau doing a brilliant job and then steered away there by Magama. Prize money up to $5.8 million. The champions of Africa on Sunday night will earn themselves $2 million, which is up by $1 million, which was in the last edition. Runner-up receives $750,000 US. All 16 teams, 150,000 each, which is up from 125,000. So you can see that women's football is deservedly having an increase in prize money. after this Wafcon. Let's hope it continues to happen. That's a good little touch there just to get in the way. But the battle continues down the left-hand side. As you can see, Ortega switched sides because she can play right, she can play left. Constantly making life quite complicated. And this time, on this occasion, Magama getting in the way, thwarting her attempts to try and wriggle free and get her crossover towards her quality forwards who are capable of scoring from every position. This will be taken here by Jennifer Echegini, born in the Netherlands, raised in the UK, played for PSG, Millwall, Charlton, a bunch of clubs. Here she is with that right foot. But not before the referee gets some kind of order in the penalty box. Aline Gwimbong Etong of Cameroon. And she's happy. Echegini will loft this towards Oshuala and co. There's the delivery. Far post, it goes up. There's the header. And another chance to try and get a touch on it, but it's Schwad who pounces and brings an end to that attacking moment there. Was he going up? A bit of a communication breakdown there between Donnelly and Schwad. Is the ball that's come right across to the other side. Gatlane. Jibade. Got a contact and a free kick there just in the midfield. It's quite a good position. You can actually go for a shot from this position. It's like midway between the penalty box and the halfway line, but that was the moment she was flung off balance down to the ground. Mudlalo. Organisation coming. Chiamaka Nadozi played nearly 100 games for Paris FC in the French capital. A team that are really playing some fabulous football, women's competition. Here we go then. Here's the free kick. And it's not a bad effort. It takes a bounce, dealt with by Nadozi. Very well indeed. But Bongeka Gamede capable of getting some power behind a shot. Great work there. Jibade gets the ball out to Kanu down the left-hand side. She's going on a bit of a wander. So Ortega gets the ball back across Echegini over to the right-hand side. Danger lurking. A chance here. Jibade waits for some support. Gets it back here with Echegini. For Echegini. Biding a time, wriggling away, gets a crossover, there's the delivery, the header! Oh, they didn't manage to get the shot in, it's not over yet, Alozi. Bit of space and a rifled shot that goes wide. Now, Chicago Stars player saw that she could just accelerate away, line it up. I mean, that should have really been a shot coming in from Kanu. And she kind of pulled it, didn't she? Oshuala and Kanu both going for the same ball, and then Alozi sets it up and tries to rifle it in from the edge of the box. Schwab will be content that it didn't give her too much trouble. Another high ball going up. Donnelly trying to get contact with it. It's Nadozi deals with it perfectly. Purely accidental that was from Ronald Donnelly. Nice touch there, good work there, just to to keep possession for Nigeria. Oshuala on that right foot tries to get a decent crossing, gets blocked. This is a chance now. Donnelly, she's got two players in front of her, waiting for that pass from Gatlana, but she can't trigger the pass. Too many Nigerian defenders coming back in swarms. 41.5 minutes gone, goalless here at the Moulay Rashid Stadium. Ball out to the right-hand side, a little bit of space here. Modlalo shaken off the ball there by Francisco Rodega, and another free kick. I mean, we know how strong she is, the El Ittihad player. She'll lean into every player she possibly can and try and win it, but Modlalo plays in Glasgow. She knows how tough it has to be for the Scottish Women's Premier League, of course, the top tier in Scotland. Jane and Ordega not seeing eye to eye, but it's Ordega who's thwarting Jane's wishes to just shift the ball a little bit to the left. In any case, extinguished by the referee from Cameroon. And a chance here for the captain, Jane, to try and send in the perfect cross. A mix of green and yellow. Here's Jane's delivery into the penalty box. And it gets dealt with quite comfortably from Alozi. Jane has the throw-in for South Africa. Bayana. It's good work. And a little touch that does come off Abiodun, but it comes back off Magama, and that's the reason why the Super Falcons will have the ball in their hands and go again. Justin Madugu. Rosie going down. Little tussle there with Donnelly. Free kick. Well, she took out Donnelly, missed the ball completely, but still. Justin Madugu, part of the coaching setup for the women's team since 2012. Working under Kadiri Ikana and Edwin Okon, Tristan Juma, Thomas Danaby and Andy Waldred, all of these coaches, and getting his chance to go alone in the last edition, which saw the Super Falcons secure their 10th title. That's a lovely touch. That really is. An excellent work down that left-hand side between Dlamini and Gamede. Back to Schwar it goes. Just a minute of added time. We haven't had many stops, so it's probably the shortest amount of added time we've actually seen over the course of the last few weeks here in Morocco for this Wafcon and then the playoffs. That's a good opportunity here. It's been set up. There's the shot that comes in there from Modlalo. She can't keep it down, but again, you see that they find a little bit of space and the shot was on. She gets credits, of course, coming from her teammates and captain, Refilue Jane, who knows how important it is to get shots in. Nadozi was not really spooked by that, but she was ready to leap into action if necessary. But that's the second shot that they've struck, which has gone high over the crossbar. Free kick. And this will probably be the last play of this first half of this Interconfederation playoff. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, we don't have any goals to talk about just yet. This game will go to extra time and penalties if needed. But after 45 minutes played, it's a pretty evenly balanced battle between Bayano South Africa and the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's 0-0 here at the Moulay Rashid Stadium in Casablanca. All the tactics.
Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC.
Pressure. MMA is ruled by it. The ability to withstand it, and the will to create it. At EFC 137, 4 warriors entered the furnace. Bantamweight king Faiz Jacobs moves up in weight, hunting his second title.
Faiz Jacobs does it for Cape Town!
In his path, the undefeated Shadrack Yemba hunts his first.
I need a title. That's all I know.
Former champion Luke Michael returns to erase his title loss against the teammate of the man who took it from him. JT Buddha, a lot of talent who must win to prove the promise he has always shown. 4 warriors, 2 fights, 1 word: pressure. EFC 137, September 10.
Afro Sports, your freedom of sport.
Between them, 11 Wafcon titles, but today a different ball game, really, for a different competition. Is this to move a step closer towards the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 in Brazil? South Africa and Nigeria both eliminated from their quarterfinal matches against Morocco and Cameroon. A good sweeping move here with Kanu getting a cross in towards the South African goalkeeper Kaylin Swart, and then a couple of long-range shots coming in, this time from Modlalo, but driving it high and above the head of Chiamaka Nadozi. Well, a good scoring opportunity for Rashida Ajibade. She couldn't quite get it on target. Corner coming their way, good work from Schwad to clear the danger. And finally, a follow-up shots there from Deborah Abiodun, who skied very high. Free kick that was sent in, dealt with by Schwad. Lacking a bit of accuracy to pick out Michelle Alozi. And a free kick that was sent in. Alozi getting the header, the goalkeeper again showing what she's capable of doing, just bringing an end to that attacking threat. Etchegeti working well down the right-hand side. And a little bit of confusion there on who's going to take the shot, but Alozi tidies up and goes for the rifled shot from the edge of the penalty box. It was Kanu and Oshuala. Look at that, lovely touch there, get a bit of space, but she forced it too much. And then the half-time whistle as the scores stay goalless after 45 minutes for this Interconfederation playoff.
You don't tire for this picture. Oh yeah, make you follow Unorodo. Nigeria don't go digital with free TV. Over 100 channels they with you. Sport, news, and better entertainment for your own language. No matter where you dey, whether for city or whether for village, the satellite signal they reach every corner of Nigeria from day one. No monthly payment again. Once you get Ogbonge free to air decoder, you don't win. This one, not our own national asset. Even from your phone, you feel watch out. Just download the free TV app and carry your TV go anywhere you dey go. Scan that code now or call 0700 388 7277. Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC. Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by MBC.
From the heart of Africa come stories that lift the spirit, ignite hope, and celebrate who we are. Faith Stream brings you Africa's finest. Moving dramas that stir the soul, romances that warm the heart, thrilling adventures that keep you on the edge of your seat, comedies that unite us in joy, and true stories that inspire change. Every story entertains, but also uplifts. These films and series teach, heal, and spark conversations that matter. Stories that unite families, strengthen faith, and inspire communities to dream bigger. We celebrate Africa's rich cultures and tell stories rooted in hope, dignity, and truth, without ever compromising on quality.
2 of this enthralling encounter between South Africa and Nigeria at the Moulay Rashid Stadium continues. We're in Casablanca. This is an inter-confederation playoff that will see the winners go through to the intercontinental playoffs later in the year. One step closer towards qualification for the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 Brazil. Nigeria have never missed one. South Africa looking for their 3rd consecutive qualification. Well, it's all about rhythm, it's all about rhyme, it's all about delivery. Who's going to get that goal that will separate these two teams? I think a goal would probably shake something up and will force their opponents to obviously try and respond. That's going to be some important part of this second half, of course. So the earlier the better. And I think it will all come to light because I think we're going to have a frantic battle of how to try and find players. Maybe mistakes will be forced as well, just from the pressing and the eagerness to try and equalise from the team that go down. We're not there yet, of course. That's the ideal scenario just for everybody who's watching. We love the excitement of women's football in Africa. They're all born winners, which is the wonderful logo here of this Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations. And yeah, we know that we've got quality out here. There's the Paris Saint-Germain captain, Ajibade. As we get the second half going with Nigeria sending the ball up towards the South African defence. Kanu over on that far side. Alozi battling, gets it back to Kanu. There's the through ball. And Oshuala's first touch, not the best. And she loses control and it gets collected by Bayana over on that far side. Modlalo told that she's got someone breathing down her neck. And her name is Odega. That's not the right pass there. Sent through by Dlamini. Of course, we can always talk about the ambassadors for CAF, who are fabulous flag bearers for women's football in Africa. Amanda Dlamini, of course, and it's a great run as she's still going. Kanu gets the ball across, but it's been met there by Gamede and drilled away down that right side. Danger lurking big time. Great sprint, great acceleration. It's been picked up here. Chegeni trying to weave away between a sea of yellow, collected by Odega. Odega on the left foot, strikes hard, it strikes directly at the defence. South Africa collected at the back once again. And Desire Ogronozi, of course, one of the other legends at work as an ambassador for CAF. It's great work here. Jibade unable to just sneak that ball through. It's been collected down the left-hand side. The assistant referee calling a throw-in down in the corner. And finally, there will be given back to South Africa at the back with a free kick. Gamede back to Schwab. Comes out to the left-hand side. Battling Oladipo, the AS Roma, right back, working hard with Odega. There's the lofted ball, that's nicely done. Look at the first touch there, Oshuala. She's got Kanu in the middle. She goes straight towards the goalkeeper, Kaylin Schwart, who just brings an end to that attacking threat. Thought she was going to lift it towards Kanu, who was trying to find a little bit of space away from a marker, but it was still a serious threat there for the South African defence. A block, ball goes out, collected here. Throw in for South Africa, they go again. Nigeria managed to get into the round of 16, of course, when they had the last edition of the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia, New Zealand. Goalless draw against the eventual, against Canada, of course. But 3-2 win against Australia on match day 2 was pivotal for them as they moved through. Well, that was the header there. Not a bad one from Ronald Donnelly. Had to get up and put a little bit of pressure on that Nigerian defence, but at the other end, that's a great ball. Oshuala picks up there. Still has it in possession. They're running back to try and cover their ground. And Oshuala finding a little kick there coming from Mbane over to the left-hand side and picked up by Ichigeni. There's the captain, Ajibade. Front post, gets it back. Chance for a shot potentially. Let's see it. Oladipo gets the ball that comes in. It's taken a little bit of reflection, and there's a chance for a shot that doesn't get any venom behind it. And Oshuala looks across and claims that the ball was handled. A little lull in activity there. That was the moment that they might take a closer look at. Well, if the ball fell to her feet there and by Magama, but still Nigeria pushing forward, looking a little bit more dangerous. Shot chance and a deflection that takes a little stranger flight path, but Schwat does the business at the back. South Africa again from the back. First official match of the women's South African team was against Eswatini, and it was 14-0. Desiree Ellis scoring a hat-trick, and that qualified for all 14 Wafcons. Oh, there's a decent delivery coming in. Donnelly trying to go up as the ball has taken a bounce. Who's going to pick that up? Well, you can see that Moralo is there, and then it gets absolutely smashed upfield. And it will be picked up here by the defender, Mbane. Now, looking quickly there as Dlamini. Back to Mbane. Mamelodi Sundowns player. That's very good protection of the ball. Odega claiming that it was Nigeria. Nigeria throw-in. Back to her captain, Jane. Jane collects the ball once again, straight through the middle, loss of possession. You've got to be very careful there. It's been picked up now, there's danger. Watch out, Kanu races forward. And she just showed a little bit too much of that. Otherwise, the long legs and the big sprints could have caused chaos. It's good work by Ichigini in the midfield. The ball does come out to the right-hand side. And Odega Nice ball on the inside, just not to feet, not picking out captain Ajibade. And the Paris Saint-Germain players left watching on as South Africa regain possession. Through the middle it goes. Modlalo.
Rani, well done, keep going, well done.
And we've got a change for Nigeria. Well, Sasat Oshuala goes off. She came on as a sub against Cameroon late in the game. Omewa will come on to replace her. Throw in for Nigeria. Toya Mewa, the Nottingham Forest player, she was a former UK Häcken player in Sweden. That was the moment where she really did have a golden opportunity to do something, and it was kind of like a half-hearted effort there to actually go for it and go for the shot rather than really just hesitate. The goalkeeper doing really well to understand that she needed to just stay where she was, stay put, not get in the way. Not messing around at the back with Osinachi. Ohale. Long ball, that's decent. There's Odega. Odega trying to keep the ball close to her body, but diffused again by the South African defence. Love what she's doing, Francisco Rodega. She's causing all sorts of problems. Got a little bit of a fire about her. Abiodun. Pulled back to Demihin. Little surge forward there from the centre-back. And why not? There's the high ball coming in. And that will be cleared. Dealt with at the back by Dlamini. Picks up by Jibade, but a pass is not to a teammate. That's not a bad ball, that's a really good ball. Racing through and a chance here. And Magaya, there's the square ball, it's a chance for South Africa, it's got it! South Africa have scored the opening goal. And how about that? She's ever present. Christina Kigatlana again shows us what she's capable of doing. But Hilda Magaya with the heroics and the Deportivo Coruña player making sure that Kigatlana is again scoring goals. South Africa take the lead. And look at this once again. That through ball is just pure class. And she understood exactly what to do. Into the middle, first time shot. It came off the goalkeeper, Nadozi. But just look at that from Hilda Magaya. Finding the outright striker, the Tigres player. Look, it's kind of like a blind squared ball, isn't it? Off the outstretched right foot of Ndozi. And a goal for Bayana Bayana. She scored against Morocco, she scored against the Côte d'Ivoire in that 2-2 draw, and against Burkina Faso. And a little clash there just on the halfway line. So hope that both players are fine. Mutau, one of them down. With Deborah Abiodun back up on her feet. And all good to go. Zoe Ellis, a runner-up at the Wafcon in 2000. Four-time CAF Coach of the Year. There's a long-range shot. It's a ball. It's gone up. And Schwartz unable to hold it under pressure from the from the Nigerian forwards. There's the clearance there, picked up by Oladipo. And then a little acrobatic attempt to clear the ball from Magaya. Odega will watch that ball go out. Throw in for South Africa. There she is, Jennifer Echigini. And we've got a couple of changes on the cards for Nigeria, it seems, as they put pressure. That's a decent attempt to get the ball across. Trying in the right place, front post, scoops it up. Under no pressure at all. Folashade Ijemelusi about to come on, the Liaoning Shenyang Shenbi Hefeng player based in China. And another free kick here. That was the lunge coming in from Odega on Donnelly. Just goes down. Pull back to Gamede. There's the high ball sent into the penalty box and a chance for a follow-up shot. There's the rifled effort, and it was dealt with very well there by Nadozi. So a little bit of pressure at the back, and that was the shot that came in, and it wasn't a bad one either. And of course, you always know that when Christina Gadlana is in a good position with a bit of space, with the goal in front of her, she will try and find the back of the net. So a great goal against Morocco as well in that quarter-final. It's a good through ball, but it's a little bit too far away from Nigerian forward Omewa. Rolled out to Jane in the midfield, bides her time. Calmly, using space, using players that she has. 2 shots on goal to 1. Nigeria getting 1. Need to get more. I think that final third is where it's going to count. The Oshawala weak pass was the effort that was dealt with by Schwartz. There's the through ball. It's a little touch there from Oladipo. The ball comes out, and that's been picked up nicely. Watch out as Alozi getting the ball down to the right-hand side, picked up by Odega. Odega cuts inside. The skills, she's still trying to find a way. But look at that defensive. That is incredible defensive work there, coming from Karabo Dlamini. Sensational. That's the lofted ball into the penalty box. Swart comes to the rescue. Under a little bit of pressure from Kanu, the flag goes up for offside. And there we have the changes. Abiodun and Christy Ochibi comes on. Odega coming off for Ijemelusi. Put in a good shift. Now they need to find the shots, right? I think that's what they're looking for. Sherby, the former Benfica player, also playing in Sweden. Threaded through ball, an attempt to try and pick something up. It's a loose ball that's been picked up on the edge of the penalty box again. Long range shot coming in, and that's just been slammed forward high and away from the target from Bongeka Gamede. An Old Zealand player saw that there was a loose ball falling. You've got to go for it, and that's why South Africa are probably ahead, just because they found themselves, taking advantage. That one goal was, of course, from a counter, but a wonderfully threaded through ball that enabled everything to open up. Dlamini showing us what she's capable of doing, and also with the fabulous running from Magaya down that left-hand side, and the pass and the finish. All coming together for South Africa. 64.5 minutes played here in this Inter-Confederation playoff. It's good control over on the right-hand side. Magama. Pelosi does well. Ichigini. Lots of space, lots of time. Strokes the ball out towards her captain, Jibade. And out to Oladipo. There's the through ball. There's no one racing for that. You just saw that there was Jamalusi was not really looking for that. Just calm and collected passing. You don't play the intelligent game. There's a player in a bit of space that you can pass the ball to, make that pass, move off it, find space. It's a great challenge coming in from Molalo. And there's Alozi threading the through ball to Omewa. Can she get there? Oh, wow, bit of contact with the head there. She got snagged a little bit. There was nothing nasty involved, but Omewa clashing with Schwartz as she tried to stay out of that contact zone. You can see this again. She's racing valiantly, but she was most definitely playing catch up behind Bongeka Gamede. Oh, that's quite nasty, that is. And of course, that will automatically trigger a reaction from Andile Dlamini. Mamelodi Sundowns, she's played one game, and will she have to come on midway through the second half here? Terry Ellis and her staff communicating, trying to work out what they need to do. Well, that was the goal. Sometimes it really doesn't matter what kind of goal it is. It's just important to get it in the back of the net, and magical moment, and a smile there from Terry Ellis. Such a fabulous tactician who has given so much to women's football, South Africa and across the continent, of course, working hard and working with the up-and-coming coaches, male coaches, and the young players. 10 years since she became the head coach. Well, that was the moment Omewa hauled back Gamede, and then that was the contact there on Lynn Schwartz of JVW Girls. Team that she founded. She's sitting up, which is obviously a good sign. What the damage is, well, the medical team will be assessing right now. She seems to be okay. Shaking herself down. There's no visible damage done. There you go. Check your head out. Make sure you're fine. And we get going again. It's 1-0 for South Africa, and she's showing great courage to leap down and get hold of that ball. But Gamede working really hard to try and protect, but Mira is a very tall and strong centre forward. Coming on to replace Oshuala. And just like all good strikers, you've got to chase every ball, every pass, everything that goes back to the goalkeeper. At any moment it could be dropped. For the moment you can see that Christina Kagatlana has Bayana ahead by 1 against Nigeria in this battle between titans of African football. Well, lovely. It looked like it was a good touch there, but really the best from Ijami Lucy. Just taking a little bit of a sting out of the pressing that takes place is always something that you've got to appreciate. And all it is sometimes a little dummy, little twist, little turn, just shifting off from one foot to the other. The shoulders, going down one way, and you can just shake off a marker, and it just changes the whole, scenario. Takes away the pressure cooker situation. That was done exceptionally well there by Magea as she tries to pick up possession here. No foul committed. Oladipo, fair and square. There's the attempted through ball. Picked up by the captain, trying to send the ball down there to Ijami Lucy. As it sneaked over the line, it's going to be a throw-in for Nigeria as they push for an equaliser. 20 minutes left to play here. Lacking scoring opportunities, they have to go for goal. They've got to push up if they want to get an equaliser. Oladipo. Jane unable to deal with that. Picked up by the captain. Oladipo, there's the delivery. It's a header. It's been picked up here. And Uchibi with the touch. Nicely done, the ball out to the left-hand side. Kanu gets the ball across, he's very quick, and it's cleared before Alozi can get there first. It's Chigeni there, bides her time, waits for a little bit of support intelligently. Has been collected once again. Uchibi getting involved, there's a chance here. And a little bit of a pass down to the right-hand side. It has been picked up, Oladipo puts it on the left foot. There's the lofted ball, it's been met there by Mutau, and it goes out for a throwing. But more danger coming South Africa's way as the Super Falcons go in search of that elusive goal that they're desperately in need of. The battle against Dlamini, she really is just one of the best left backs on the continent, really strong. It's a good ball out to the right-hand side. Yatlana picks it up, has a little bit of support going through the middle. Donnelly's there looking to try and find a passing range position, but finally it just goes back and they just slow things down. Mamelodi Sundowns and Bane.
Keep going!
This little piano and shoe shine all the way back to Schwart here. Missed the earlier Inter-Confederation playoff clash over on that far side. 2 players down, but they're still taking the ball forward. There's South Africa on the attack. Donnelly picks it up, lays it off. It has been picked up by Jane. Jane over to the left-hand side. It's chested down by Oladipo to Nadozi. And the Brighton goalkeeper dealing with it very well. Ijami Lucy to her captain, Ajibade. Ball gets knocked out. It will be a throw-in. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Or as we saw the captain, Lloyd Jane, just trying to loft the ball at the TS Galaxy player. Spending a lot of time playing in Italy as well. Sassuolo, AC Milan. Star player with over, 150 caps now, playing for Bayana. Leading by example in the midfield, understanding what her duty is out here. And the duty is to try and take them through to the next step of qualification. Alozi, with a little bit of a wrestling match over on that far side, has been picked up. Little spin there, I like the spin. Oladipo, like what she does, great first touch. There's the threaded through ball. It's just been kicked out. It will be a throw in again. Will be taken here by Ojibade. Picked up once again. There's the high ball over the top and a chance for header. What a save that is from Schwartz. Excellent stop there from Kaylin Schwartz at Kanu. It was teed up sumptuously at the far post. Let's have a look at this again. And that's the header. Angled. It couldn't have been a better header. Just pushing Schwartz to really fly out to the left-hand side. Lots of changes happening now. Motau is replaced by Mudali Salgado. There's the corner that comes, and a header there. Oh, just bobbles out to play. Back to Schwartz. Down that right-hand side they go. South Africa moving the ball beautifully. It's nicely done. And a chance to try and get the cross in. It doesn't happen. It will be a corner again. Robin Kimberly Mudali of JVWFC, just like the goalkeeper coming on. That was the Kanu header. Look at that save. Pushes it hard enough to actually go to the left of the post. Not that easy. Corner coming in. Anybody up for it? Well, there's a shot coming in. A second of deflection. A second goal's been scored. South Africa captain Wafcon Jane has made it 2-0 for South Africa. It somehow found its way through traffic. But what a moment for the TS Galaxy midfielder. And they will be jumping with joy across South Africa following that second goal. Let's have a look at this again. It was headed down and it took a deflection there. And I think it came off Uchibe and taken the goalkeeper the wrong way. They're all trying to desperately go towards it. That's the moment. Uchibe gets the touch and the goalkeeper Nadozi can't do anything about it. She's already committed to that right side. Alozi can't get it on the left. And that is the celebration. The baby celebration. Here we go. We got Lana and Jane now. 2 goals to the good and another chance for a goal. She couldn't quite finish it off, but oh my, Magaya deservedly in the right position to try and make it 3. The Deportivo Coruña. She just needed to hit it on target, and that would have been 3-0. Getting behind that Nigerian defence. My oh my. It's a shop moment here. And player down, South Africa. Mbani of Mamelodi Sundowns getting a little bit of a nudge there by Omewa. "11 minutes left to play. The ball back at the feet of Kalen Schwartz. How are Nigeria going to respond? Nice little move there. And again, Kanu is Alozi trying to get the ball across. Oh, she couldn't quite direct it towards goal. Gemalusi. And it's been picked up here, the danger. That's great running, that really is, but strength at the back. And look at that from Oladipo. She crashes into Donnelly and hits the jack. Donnelly, long-range shot. Well, she saw Nadozi off her line and thought, well, I'll give it a pop. Let's see what we can do from this position. Slightly ambitious, but why not? Oladipo, the AS Roma defender, down on the deck after crashing into Ronel Donnelly.
Yeah, I just need a tape.
Well, Desiree Ellis working alongside Tina Sonke Umbuli, coach of the University of Western Cape, UWC, of course. No players who... well, that's the shot coming through from Refilu Jane. The right-footed drive, low it was. Uchibe with the touch right between goalkeeper and defender. Yeah, you can smile, you can celebrate, you can dance, and you can jive. What a buzz. But it's not over yet. 9 minutes left to play. There's the delivery once again. Kanu going up. Can she get there first? Schwartz has been dropped. And that will be a free kick for South Africa. A little bit of contact by Omewa. Just leaning in. That's all it takes. That right shoulder going in between the arms of Schwartz, and the referee will always protect. She even gets a little bump off the knee of Omewa. And another change. Kanu goes off. Gift Monday coming on. Started the game against Cameroon. Another striker, need to get goals. Of course they do. It's 2 goals just to take this game into extra time. That will be a priority. Well, the frustration, the disappointment, of course, of missing out on the semi-finals and not going directly through. This might be a period of reflection as they rebuild if they can't get the goals back. Same scenario if South Africa don't manage to go through, if goals do come for Nigeria. Anything is possible. We've seen crazier things, of course. There's the resulting corner and the battle to try and get up and get the header. There's the volley coming in from Jane. Headed away once again as the header at the back from Magama. But again, they just have the ball go out over the line. Well, she's put in a really good shift, hasn't she? Motau. Such pace, so difficult to deal with when she's got the ball at her feet, twisting and turning. The The smiles and the laughs on the bench for Bayana at the moment. See if Nigeria can get the goal back. Good pass out wide. Mijab Malusi. Jibade. Oladipo is there. The pass doesn't fall down to the right-hand side. Gift Monday. Another player that's come on who can score goals offside. And it's going to be a free kick for South Africa, just to waste or use up a little bit more time. And that was the moment that Oladipo and the flag being raised shortly afterwards. Picked up by Nigeria on that far side. Lucy getting involved. Going through the middle. Little lucky bounce that falls into a path once again. Back down to the right-hand side. Ujibade. Oladipo getting blocks. Strong defensive prowess. Magaya coming back to defend. Ujibade. That's the pass that they need to produce. It's nicely done. That's a decent delivery, far post, and a header coming in. And again, it's just been blocked and stopped there at the back. Just showing us what they're capable of doing in defence now. But again, you can see it's been complicated. Echigini with a great ball that went over towards that far post. He's queuing up to try and get on the end of it. It's just not going their way. It's just one of those games. Well, they just managed to take that forward. There's a little bit of hesitation from Osinachi. Ohele. High ball over the top again. Omewa with a header. It's Gift Monday trying to get the ball over to Omewa. Whoosh. Physical block there coming in, and a corner that will come for Nigeria. They are going in search of this, one of the two goals that they need to score. This will be taken by the Liaoning Shenyang Shenbi Hefeng player. The third game that she's playing in here in Morocco. Watch out for Gift Monday going up for this. She gets up high. Schwad once again. Jadibe. Ball comes back. There's the delivery once again into the penalty box. Punched away by Schwad. And she has been colossal in defence. Really important with the high ball that's being sent in. She's punching it away. She's getting there first. You can see that Chigini is there, prowling. And more changes. Ludwig and Magia coming on. Magaya is coming off for Magia. Ludwig coming on as well to replace Donnelly up front. Bring on the defenders now. Get them in the way. This is all about holding on for this result here with 2 more minutes left to play. Another Mamelodi Sundowns player. Oh, there's the header! Great stop once again, and it's been blasted away. Well, how about that? She's had a standout performance, Kaylin Schwartz. And there's the goalkeeper, Ndozi, going in to try and head the ball. Ludwig with her first touch, gets the ball. That's a nice threaded through ball, but this might be a penalty check. Well, did it come off Jane rather than the goalkeeper? It all happened. Let's have a look at this. It's just moments before that. Have to look at the images once again to see exactly. And it's the penalty check is being looked at now. That will cause a crazy, turbulent final run-in before the final whistle. Added time, of course, will be extended following this decision. Jibade is the player looking at it. And in fact, we are going to the screen. Oh my word, that is a blatant penalty. And Nigeria will get the chance to try and score from this. It's pretty straightforward. When you see Refilwe Jane pushing her arm out, the extension, even though she had a goalkeeper, Kaylin Schwart, there, I think that she realized 6 minutes of added time that you can see on your screens to resolve this scenario. But before that, we will logically have a penalty. I'll be very surprised if Aline Gimbong Eyechong doesn't award a penalty in Nigeria. Very surprised. She shifts her arm into position to block the ball. And we will have one last bit of drama in this encounter, I believe. But will they, have they checked, is there an offside or something like that? If there's an offside, it rules it out. Well, first of all, a yellow card's going for Justin Madugu, the coach of Nigeria. Now, penalty it is, as expected. It's not really breaking news, but that's header from Alozi, and that's arm, the extended arm, and a yellow card, and she will get a red card for that because that's the second yellow. So the captain gets sent off, Refilwe Jane, and they are down to 10. But first of all, we got a penalty, and then we've got another, what, 6 minutes? Probably. The setting up of this. And now a chance. We will get to see whether or not Ichigini will they hold on at South Africa, or will Nigeria hit back? There you go, the yellow turns to red. Kaylin Schwartz has been outstanding, but now this is a very important moment in the game. Very important. Jennifer Ichigini with the penalty. Oh, she fires it into the corner. Nigeria get one back. There's such an important goal, that really is, for Christy Uchebe. Christy Uchebe scoring the the 2-1 equaliser. That's what they'll be looking for now. But look at that, into the corner, and a brilliant strike there. Saw Jennifer Etchegini pick the ball up and place it. And then afterwards, Christy Uchebe, the substitute, coming on and standing up and, well, slotting it in. And now Nigeria looking for an equaliser to take this game into extra time. They've got an extra player on the pitch, moving down to the left-hand side, and they've got a chance here as well. If Monday gets the ball only as far as Mbane, who heads the ball out for a corner. Nigerian fans are feeling confident now. Jamalusi with the corner, it's whipped in, it's come off the crossbar and goes out for a goal kick. Woo! How close was that? Well, game management, time management, that's what it's all about for South Africa. Nigeria, it's pressure. Push forward, do what you possibly can. That's a decent ball there back to Magame. Magame sends it very quickly down to Dali, and there's into the penalty box, a chance to try and set up Ludwig with the shot. She takes deflection and goes back to Nadozi. And the high ball that goes up again towards the South African defence. They'll smash it away and clear their lines. Ludwig doing really well. That's a good ball out to the right-hand side. She'll try to race back onto that. Diffused at the back. And the captain, Jibade Oladipo, sending it up. The attempted flick there that doesn't quite find a teammate. It has been, it's just crossed over the line. Magia Oladipo with the throw-in. We're up to the 6-minute mark now. How long have we got, Oladipo? Surely a couple of extra minutes. Wow, she's just ran into no woman's land and seen the ball sneak over the line. Just running into a little dead end there. And this will just work in South Africa's favour. Vic with the back-flicked header. The goal scorer. That's a decent ball, that is. Umewa picked up. There's the high ball. Oh, the far post! It's a great save! And Shua comes to the rescue to deny Alozi. Oh my word, that's a challenge there just inside of the penalty box, with down on the ground and in some trouble. What a save that was from Kaylin Schwart, who denies Alozi. And the Chicago Stars player, it's a fine strike as well, outstretched left foot to deny the defender. It's all finished. South Africa celebrates, and they take a step closer towards the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 in Brazil. And the star that's being celebrated is Kaylin Schwart of JVW, the Gauteng girl who came to the rescue to deny Alozi to push this into extra time. The full-time score, South Africa 2, Nigeria 1. And Bayana get themselves the results against the Super Falcons. Two goals scored by Christina Nyatlana and Refulue Jane, before we saw Christy Uchebe get one back from the penalty spot following that handball from Jane. We saw them pick up a penalty. Well, she's definitely gets Gets all of the credit here from her teammates who raced out there to go and celebrate her exploits. And the goalkeeper is the hero for South Africa today. For Nigeria, well, Justin Madugu knows that we most definitely have some work to do. I mean, I just hope that you know, they learn from this, which they will, and they'll come back. Right now, there's music that you can actually hear, getting the little victory over Afrobeats. This little South African victory off the field as well. But they'll be back. They will most definitely be back. Terry Ellis honouring the Super Falcons players, and they've got to take this one on the chin. It's a very sad moment. We've seen tears, we've seen celebrations throughout this fabulous competition here in the Kingdom of Morocco, but this Inter-Confederation playoff victory is for South Africa, and Ghana are the other nation to move through. Now they will next have matches at the end of November, start of December, before the final qualification matches will take place, which will take place in February, start of February, and the FIFA World Cup draw will take place in Brazil at the start of December. So after the matches, there will be played the next matches, but some magnificent moments for these South African players who know that they are moving closer towards a third straight qualification for the FIFA Women's World Cup. They're in a stark and major contrast. Nigeria will miss out on their first ever FIFA Women's World Cup. Congratulations to the total.
Kaylin, a great performance today to keep South Africa in it. You guys have made it for the FIFA playoff tournament, 1 foot in to get that ticket for the 2027 FIFA World Cup. What a performance from you. Just take us through your feelings and how you are taking it all in.
I'm so overwhelmed right now, but I think that was a collective effort. I think when we fight and we fight together, this is what happens. And I think, yeah, the soccer god was with us today, but yeah, I'm just glad that I could help the team in any way possible. I still don't know how I made those saves, but yeah, I think all the hard work that I've put in, I think all the disappointments from the tournament, I think now we can rest a little and hopefully go back, and you know, we're now in the playoffs. And yes, this is not the way we wanted to go to the World Cup, but if this is the step that we have to take, so be it. But we're going to continue to work, and hopefully in the next couple of rounds we can still display the same football and unity that we showed today. But yeah, I'm just proud of the girls, and yeah, I don't have any more to say.
Congratulations, Kaylin. You can wait here just for the
tears of joy and tears of sadness. It's sport, and at the highest level, it can be cruel, but at the same time, that battle, well, it was won by some clinical finishing, but also it was won by some great goalkeeping, and Kaylin Schwab definitely deserves her water shower there from her teammates. It's just magic, isn't it, when you see this? She was remarkable. She made it all happen for her team. Full-time stats, 46% to 54. 11 shots to 50. Nigeria, I mean, they were up big time in the second half. Didn't have many shots, and Still one shot less than South Africa at the end of the day. And a red card for Philoe Jane, who'll be very relieved that her team managed to stay on track. The 2022 champions, Banyana will move through to the Intercontinental playoffs, having won their Inter-Confederation playoff against Nigeria. The news is that they're not going to the FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil next year, missing out for the first time since its inauguration in 1991. Big shame. And that's football. It can be cruel, as I said. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fabulously interesting, this battle. 2 matches coming up in Wafcon, of course, Algeria, Morocco, third place playoff bronze medal match, and then the big one will be Cameroon coming up against Malawi. These are the results from today. Ghana, Black Queens, and South Africa go through to the Intercontinental playoffs. Congratulations, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, bow out.